Lightning round.
Lightning round. Let's just we'll do a couple more.
I got all night. I got all fucking night. Let's go.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Talc.
Hey guys.
Talc.
Hey, Talc. Lightning round.
Hey, what's the time you were really startled? Like you were scared. You know, someone like maybe snuck up on you or something. Just the time you were really startled.
Really startled? Damn.
Doesn't even have to be a movie, like anything.
I'm easily startleable.
Well, didn't you see a bat in here supposedly?
Oh, absolutely. That didn't startle me. I watched it come out of the couch.
That wasn't startling?
I mean, it was just, oh, fuck. I was watching it, and then I got out of it.
You watched it come out of the couch?
Yeah, because it was like the couch was giving birth to it. There was a shitload of trash around the rim of the couch, and it was just something going out of it, and I saw this.
That seems like a thing
I've
you
never
dream.
seen a bat or heard of anybody seeing a bat except for Rocco.
Yeah.
I've seen...
Who saw one in this
Like I
building.
said, I thought that it was a mouse when I originally... Well, at first I thought, well, that looks like a bat. Fuck. But then I kept reading about it, and it was like, it couldn't have been. If it was on the ground, all this stuff, it doesn't make sense. And then later, our friend Chris Collins found a bat where he works, and it was the same. It was definitely a bat. Only years later, though.
I've seen bats before when I would play baseball at West Hills... like park or whatever. Yeah, at night there would be bats flying around. You go like, well, that's weird. Birds are at night. Oh, there's no birds. That's not birds. It's bats.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a bat inside of a studio.
Yeah.
Inside of a couch.
House inside of a couch.
But regardless, that didn't startle me. I'm trying to think of when I was really, really startled.
When I walked in the living room from my bedroom to get a glass of water, and there's a dead ass rabbit in our living room because Garrett's cat fucking like
That's a present for you.
gutted it. Just rip, and it was just and I was unhappy about it.
One time I was here and I opened the door to leave, and I think Sean was coming in.
I
didn't know.
Oh.
And it startled me.
I can't think the last time I was just like startled really bad.
Really?
I did. I know I startled Rocco one time when I put the blow-up doll in the dark in the bathroom, facing the door.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that did startle me.
Yeah,
That's true.
I can't think.
but I can't think of one for me.
Are you banning somebody?
Yeah.
Who? Ooh, cool. Can we say?
Don't rattle me bones.
Okay, Don Rattle Me Bones, you're out of here. Maybe. If we can find you. Then you're fucking toast. Yeah, you got him?
Yeah.
He's fucking toast.
Anyways,
Talc.
where's the mouse?
Well, it's right here, but Rocco's using it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
See? So, hey, Talc, when was the last time you were startled?
Well, 4th of July, had a really old firecracker. My friend says, hey, my grandpa gave me these old firecrackers when he was like 12. Isn't this cool? I said, yeah, let's try them out. We lit them, didn't go off. Picked it up, blew up in my face. I was pretty spooked.
Whoa, that would spook anybody.
I heard this story about you once. You were jerking off and you jizzed powder.
That's a funny joke. Actually,
Hey, I'm sorry. I just remembered when Garrett threw that fucking firecracker in his garage.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Derek?
No.
Garrett threw a firecracker and like threw it to startle us.
What were we doing?
We were in the garage. We were getting ready to film something. I don't remember. Was it GDC video or something? I don't know. But it was just you and me. And then he threw it and it popped really close to us. And remember,
I vaguely remember this.
He did that because we scared him with something else. So he got back at us with throwing that, and it was like, Garrett, I'm completely deaf in this ear. I couldn't hear it. I was legitimately scared. It was like, Garrett, that went off like a foot from my ear. Like I can't hear anything. It was like I was terrified.
I think told a story recently, but not that long ago, it was like midnight, and I was cleaning up the house, and I was going to bed, and I turn off all the lights, and I look, and Beckett is standing in his doorway smiling at me.
Oh,
and I jumped a fucking mile, and he's just smiling, and I go, "What's up, buddy?" He went, "Have a glass of water." It's like, okay, and I gave it to him to bed, and that was it. But it scared the shit out of me.
I remembered mine.
What?
I think I already told this story, but I was house sitting for somebody, taking care of their pets and everything. And I was, it was at night, and I was sleeping on their couch, and I don't know what happened, but there was a definite boom, boom, boom on the window right next to the to the couch.
Yeah.
I flipped out. It was like it was in the middle of the night. Nobody was home, and yeah, it freaked me out.
This happened recently. You just reminded me of this.
Yeah.
Garrett didn't vacuum.
It was fucked up. I woke up. This is probably like 2 weeks ago. I woke up in the middle of the night, not just like kicking and flailing, like screaming. Like a night terror.
Snake in the bed.
So I was in bed. Someone was there, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm sorry. I'm fine." It was like 2. It had to be like 2 a.m. So she grabs my hand, and she's going back to sleep, and she falls asleep holding my hand. But in my head, I can only imagine that this is what like having like insane paranoia and hallucinations is like. Because the whole time she's holding on to me, I'm going, she's going to try to suck me into her. I need to get away from this, but I can't let her know that I know, because if she knows, I'm fucked.
Wait, you were dreaming this?
No, I'm awake, and in my like weird it feels like in between dreaming and awake state. I'm fucked. I'm fucked if I let her know that I know this. And so 10 minutes go by of me like this, hyper tense, and she goes, "Hey, are you okay? You seem kind of wired." And I'm like, "Hey, I need to turn on all the lights, and I need you to sit across the bed, and I need to let you know what's going on right now, because I've never felt this way before." And I let her know, I'm like, "Hey, I really feel like something's real fucked up and shit's going on right now." And she's like, "Okay, well, I'll just be sitting on this side of the bed, and you can stay over there." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what we can do to move beyond this point, so let's just sit here for a couple of minutes." So I turned on a movie, and we just sat there, and I went, "Okay, I think I'm ready for bed." Okay. And then half an hour went by where I could not sleep. It was so fucking terrifying. I thought I was fucked. I thought I was dead. I knew intellectually that there was no way that I was screwed. But emotionally, I felt like I'm boned. I'm fucked. There's no way I'm getting out of this alive.
Emotion bone.
Terrifying. Terrifying. I don't know what I was dreaming of. It was the scariest. It's probably the most scared I've ever been, because it felt like I had lost grip with sanity. That's how it felt. Yeah, that
Next
sucked.
time, try to just lift the yellow spaceship.
Use your thoughts. And
Use your thoughts.
That would be the inside.
use your thoughts.
That's this week's Mega64.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside joke of the week.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you, Talc.
Good night.
I really felt like that was the night terrors that you had with like the snakes and everything.
I think they're not like that.
Dude,
I'll tell you.
I was so fucking scared.
My night terrors are, I'm asleep and I feel a snake wrapping around my leg. So I wake up and jump out of the bed, and there wasn't a snake.
I've never had anything like that other than the falling thing, or I feel
No,
like
me too. I've had that's the only time I've ever had that, and then this time it was kicking and screaming, waking up, and then paranoia for like half an hour. Like extreme paranoia.
You know, and it's funny, that doesn't happen to me regularly either, but I remember distinctly there was one time I woke up, and I think I had a dream about like someone like sneaking into my house to kill me or something, and I woke up, I never do, but I did once with extreme paranoia of, it's dark everywhere in the house. How could there not be someone in here? How could there not? Yeah, it's
and
like,
you're convinced for like 15 minutes that the thing that you're fucked up about is absolutely real.
And I went, and I remember I grabbed I had like a knife, and I kept it near me, like if anybody comes near me. But then I laid there for about half an hour,
and then you come out of it.
Yeah, I'm coming out of it, and I think,
what,
Rocco? You go to sleep like this every single night. Why is this any different? Yeah, it's not different.
I remember I had a roommate once who had just woken up, and I was watching Scanners for the first time, the movie Scanners, and he came out of the living room, and it was right at the famous head explosion scene. Yeah. And he stood there for a moment, and I'll never forget, he was like, I can't tell if I'm still sleeping or not. and it just like, it really, and he cannot watch Scanners anymore. He's like, whenever I see that scene, it just reminds me of this terrible, like, battle with reality. He's like, I had just woken up and had already been having weird nightmares, and I walked into the living room and I just wasn't ready to see that, and it was just like, I'm still having these nightmares, but I was awake, and it was just like, freaked him out.
It was it was like really fucking terrifying when it happened. And then it took about half an hour. You slowly kind of like come back to reality and go, I know that what I was thinking isn't a real thing, but it felt so like gripping and terrifying.
You gotta like snap out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.